Hi everyone, and welcome back to Harvesting Home. I am so excited that you're joining me today. We have a fun tree to decorate. It's probably one of my trees that I've gotten probably the most comments on through the years, and it's my playroom tree. It's a tree that I've decorated with vintage toys, so join me now as we go decorate this tree. A tree that I always really look forward to decorating, and it's something I really keep an eye out for all year. I really try to look for vintage toys, whether I'm in a junk store or a thrift store, and just really look for some of those toys that are really inexpensive. You can find things that are fun. You'll see some of these things that I'm fixing to use, but one of the things that's really a big hit are the bubble lights. And I'm really going to try to link below some of the things that you can buy at places like Amazon. And bubble lights are something that you can find at Amazon, and they're something that the kids absolutely love. Now, honestly, I'm a white light person. I really love white lights, but this is the one room in the house that I use colored lights, and it is so much fun. And so I really think that you're gonna enjoy just kind of the variety and some really fun colors that we'll use in this. And this one has the red and white stripes, lots of red and white, the bubble lights will bring in the color, and then obviously the vintage toys. You're going to get all of the primary colors that I'm going to bring in through this. You're going to recognize some fun toys that you've probably even played with as a child. And one of the things I want to share with you are really some of the traditions that we have as a family, and some of the things that I did with my children that maybe are some things that you can do with your children, and I've carried them on with my grandchildren. And what's really fun to see is that my children have carried it on with their children. And so there's some things that you can do, some memories that you can make with your children, and I hope that it will be special for you. So let's get started. This is such a fun tree to decorate. I've got these large candy pieces, and this is what we're going to use to make the topper. So I've just gathered these together, and it doesn't matter, just a variety of different ones. We're going to place these at the top of the tree, bunch these. This is a 7.5-foot Christmas tree, pre-lit. It has the multicolored lights on it. It actually is one that you can use. It has where you can use it as white or multicolored, so I kind of like that option. And then I've got these fun elf legs, these elf feet that looks like it dove into my Christmas tree. So we're going to put those in there. And then I've got some really fun picks, some spray that I'm going to put coming out of the top of the tree. They're the green, the red, just a variety, doesn't matter. There's really no rhyme or reason to this. Just put them together. I really like to kind of fluff them out, have them coming out the top. It gives them just some more height to the tree. And I do this first because then we're going to come back and we're going to do a bow. And I'm gonna pause in a minute to take you and show you how to make that bow. I've shown you how to make a 3-layer bow, but I'm going to do that again, and this is a different way to make the 3-layer bow. And it's a lot of fun, very easy, very fast. And so I've got these picks at the top of this tree. I think I've got just about all that. Now we're also gonna go down the side of the tree. I've got these 3 candy cane picks coming down the side of the tree. It just kind of comes out the side. Some more of the candy just carries that theme down the tree with the red and white. So we're going to make a bow for the top of our tree, and be sure to watch my tutorial on how to make a 3-layer bow. This is actually going to be a 3-layer bow, but I'm going to show you a different way to make this. It's very easy. I mean, this is super easy. And I learned to make bows a long time ago, and all 3 of my children are married. I've made bows for weddings. We don't have a lot of resources to be able to just pay anybody to do it for us, and so I learned to do it for myself. And you can too. It's fast, it's easy, you can do it, I promise. And be sure to check out Hobby Lobby. They usually put their ribbon on, especially their Christmas ribbon. All through the season is 50% off. I reuse ribbon. This ribbon that I have right here is from last season, and I had some left over. Actually, I've got 2 of my ribbons are from last season. I bought 1 new ribbon that I'm using this year, and it just kind of gives it a fresh new look. And I hope that you like this bow. And I just want to encourage you this season. You know, it is so much fun to decorate for Christmas. It is, you know, through the holidays, it's something to look forward to as a family, to gather together, to make it a family experience. You know, one of our traditions is we started this when our kids were little, was to buy a new book every Christmas. And I started this when my kids were babies, and we would buy a new Christmas book, and on Christmas Eve, that was one of their gifts, and they opened that up, and then we would read that book for Christmas. And we have carried that on, and I can't even tell you, well, my kids are, I don't even want to tell you how old they are, because then that would give away how old I am. But I have a lot of Christmas books that we have read through the years, and I share those with my grandkids now, and we really carry on that tradition. And then my kids have done that now with their kids, and they buy books, and it's just been a fun tradition. It's so special to me each year to make and think of something that we can do together as a family with our decoration. Okay, so let's make this 3-layer bow. We're going to start with our first layer, which is the back layer. This is going to be the part of the bow that has the largest loops. And this is a very fun, whimsical bow, because this is it's a playroom tree, so we want to have a lot of fun with this. And so we are going to have really large loops on this bow. This one is going to have really just 4 loops. You could have 6 loops if you wanted to. It just really depends. It just matters. It doesn't matter at all. It's just up to you. So we're going to start off. We're going to fold our layers over on top of one another, and I'm just kind of measuring out how long I want this. And you'll notice I just made that loop, and I'm just folding that loop over. And this ribbon is wired ribbon, so it's really easy to work with. I really encourage you to use wired ribbon and just continue just folding those loops just right over on top of each other. Now some of this ribbon, you'll notice it's kind of curling on me. That's okay, just kind of work those curls out until you have the number of loops that you want to have. I've got mine. I'm going to go ahead and cut my ribbon. Now, I'm going to find the middle of my ribbon. I'm going to fold that in half so I can find the middle. And I'm going to cut notches on both sides of the ribbon. You don't want to cut all the way through. You just want to cut slits just slightly through the ribbon. Just cut through that wire just slightly towards the middle on each side. And then you're going to take your wire You're going to cut your piece of wire, wrap through your notched ribbon, pull tightly, and you'll see that that just really pulls your ribbon together nicely right there, especially since you have those notches. And once you've done that, and you'll notice I normally do not have my bows, each loop this long when I make a bow, but because this is going to be on the top of my Christmas tree again, I wanted them to be long. I wanted them to really fall, kind of hang down. It's very whimsical. Okay, and you can see how just instantly I've got my loops. It was very easy. And we're going to repeat that. I've put this on fast forward. I'm going to repeat that with my red ribbon. I'm going to fold those loops again over, Now this one is going to be a little bit shorter. And I'm going to make, this one is going to have 3 loops on each side. So I'm folding this one over so that I have 3 loops on each side. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to notch my ribbon again, use my wire. And I'm going to make sure that once I tie that off, I'm going to fluff that. And you'll see this one, because my loops were shorter, it's going to be nice and it's going to be really full. And I'm going to add that to the white. And now I'm going to add my red and white check. I'm going to do the same thing, and this one's going to have the same number of loops. I think on this one I add 4 loops. So I wanted to have some more fullness. So I'm going to have 4 loops on each side on this one. Now one thing about this red and white check ribbon that I have to say that I'm not as excited about is because of how narrow this ribbon is and the wire, it tends to be a little bit wrinkly, I guess is the right word, and it takes a little more fluffing. I guess I'm just a little more particular. It doesn't stand out as much, but that's okay. This is a kid's tree. It's a lot of fun. And I'm just going to add that to my other layers, fluff that out. And one of the things that finishes off this bow nicely is to really cut your tails in that nice point. You want to cut that in a nice point. Remember, if you fold those points over and cut your triangles, you'll get those nice points on there. And then we're going to add our tails. And I cut 3 long tails of each ribbon. And I finished them off with my nice triangles, cut those, and it just gives that real professional look. And I add them to the back of the ribbon. And when you add this to the top of the tree, you're going to see it just looks beautiful. It just gives such a beautiful finished look with all that ribbon. You can see here we're cutting. You fold that ribbon in half. That way you just have to cut once. Cut at the angle and you get your nice, pretty finished ribbon. And look at all those beautiful tails on this ribbon. Look at that. Just finished it off so pretty. And you can see it now on the top of the tree. And we're going to add the ribbon around the tree now. There are so many different ways that you can add ribbon to a Christmas tree. There are so many Christmas trees that you see that are absolutely covered in ribbon. So much so that a lot of times you don't see as many ornaments. On this particular tree, I am not going to cover this Christmas tree in ribbon. I'm just going to accent with the ribbon because I have so many other things that I need to add to this tree. So we're going to take this, we're taking 2 ribbons, we're taking that white ribbon and we're taking the red ribbon, and we are cutting in strips, and then we are going to actually come around the Christmas tree in what I would call like a swirl, just kind of coming down from the top and just swirling down and around the tree. And we're just kind of attaching it to those branches, tucking it inside. And when we put other things on the tree, you're not going to be able to even see where we've tucked that inside. You can see that finished bow at the top of the tree. We just attached it with wire. It just finished off those the candy and the picks that we put at the top, the elf legs. I just think it looks so cute up there. Remember, the ribbon that we're just bringing around the tree is just kind of finishing it off. You can add as much as you want. Again, I just really didn't want to totally cover this tree in ribbon because I have so many different things that I want to add to this tree. You just want to kind of put it on there, step back. If you see you have some empty spots that you want to add some more to it, you could do that. If you see you have a different direction that you want to add to it, you can. On my kitchen tree, you saw that I put, I actually kind of came and did different directions with my ribbon. I came kind of in a zigzag pattern, so you don't have to kind of go in one direction. I've got the signs, and I have some really fun, this garland right here. I love this garland. It's a pom-pom garland that I found, and it is so cute. And so we're going to attach this pom-pom garland to this tree, and we're going to add our fun vintage toys to this tree. And I think when you see the finished product, you are going to love it. I hope you got some great ideas. This was such a fun tree to decorate. My grandkids love it. We've gotten lots of comments on this tree. If you have any questions, be sure to drop a comment below and share with us some ideas that you have for trees this year. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you will like this video and ring that bell and subscribe. And I really appreciate all your support. It's been just a great time getting ready for Christmas. We have lots more videos coming, so be sure to like and subscribe so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos.